So this question is about what next. You mentioned the idea of keeping up the momentum to do more good, to bring more equality to more different people. And one thing, of course, is the other 37 states. I live in Massachusetts, which was the first state to finish the job around marriage equality. But one of the things we saw happen was there are some people who thought, oh, we're done now. We got ours. Bye. And there were a whole bunch of other marriage equality activists, including myself, who said, no, we're not done. And we need to take these resources that we've marshaled and all this power and all this momentum and use it to move things forward for everybody else in the LGBT community, for trans people, for youth, for seniors, for people with HIV and AIDS, and et cetera. And so I guess my question is, California specifically is right now at that moment where some people will feel, I got mine, yay. And so I want to ask what you would say to them to get them, to keep them invested in the struggle, to not just think about their own short-term immediate interests, but about everybody else.
I'm worried about that, which is why I said what I said, because I do think it's really important to, I think there's a moral imperative. One thing about California, though, that's different than Massachusetts is lots of people in California, lots and lots and lots and lots, came from somewhere else. Almost everyone here came from one of those 37 states. That's your family. Would you abandon your family just because you've got yours? Would you pull the ladder up? Is that what we're going to do? If that's what we're going to do, we don't deserve to be celebrating this moment. I also think that in those states, those people have not been paid much attention to. So that's a place where if you could engage more people in the movement. People doing it for themselves, kind of that thing where, we've never done a whole lot of work in Nebraska or Ohio at the level we should, although Ohio's not a perfect example because it does have some good stuff. But there's some states where not much has been happening. And if national organizations like mine are partners that allow local stuff to be locally driven, and we're there to say, hey, look, we have some expertise and some resources that we can provide and some support. We're not going to come in and tell anybody what to do or how to do it, but you tell us what you want to do and what you need, and we'll provide support. Then there's local support for those efforts. So it doesn't always have to be the states that have won providing support to the states that still need work. There may be a lot of people disengaged in these states because they haven't seen anything happening who could engage. So, I think it remains to be seen, but I'm hopeful that there will be a sense that, we want to finish this work all together. We don't want to have this big chasm between those of us who are well off because of the accident of geography and those who are not.